What's good, everybody? It's your boy Inside 11 Man, aka the Time Weaver, and right now we want to talk about this particular point: the alter ego, specifically the damaged alter ego. Because a lot of the times, people will come up with thoughts consciously that they think is their own thoughts, but a lot of the times, these conscious thoughts that a person might come up with stem from that alter ego, which is really the damaged, hurt person. Because a lot of the times, people come to see themselves in this negative light, because a lot of the times you can be a child and shit like that, and a lot of the times you may get so rejected, so disapproved of, so disliked, just because of the way that you move about in your reality and stuff. So a lot of people might look at that as wrong or not right, or just based upon like the culture. One example could be just like if you're a kid, for example. Like when I was a kid, I didn't like talking to other kids. I would just go sit down and hang out with the adults because I want to talk about like politics, the economy, that type of shit. But my parents interpreted that as that's being disrespectful and shit like that. But I'm just being myself, you know what I'm saying? Just being a child, being curious, and things of that nature, right? But a lot of the times that can get mistook and misinterpreted as some type of disrespect based upon the culture that you're in. So based upon the damage that we've experienced in our childhood, we're gonna come up with this character, this alter ego, that's gonna be a character, a way for us to protect ourselves and not necessarily get hurt again, ever again. And shit like that, right? So our subconscious is a subconscious defense mechanism where a person, based upon the damage done to them at early childhood, aka the trauma they may have accumulated and developed, will develop this alter ego, will develop this substance that's going to brew within their root chakra, and that substance is going to be like their alter ego, their damaged selves, these experiences that didn't go their way. So they might subconsciously and knowingly make a character out of that and start to believe in these experiences, and then that becomes their character, that becomes their reality. So now subconsciously, a person has been shamed when they're younger, so now they're avoiding being their true selves through that alter ego, so they don't experience that shame again. A person may be rejected and disapproved of and invalidated when they was a kid about who they are, so they develop this character to prevent themselves from experiencing that shame, that rejection, that lack of validation again. So they'll come up with a character, and this character is going to be their alter ego, and their alter ego is going to be like a fire, and that fire is going to blow at the air balloon, the air in that air balloon being logical thoughts. So a lot of the times the thoughts we come up with as forms of logic really be things that are inspired by the inner demon, by the ego, by the damaged inner child, and things like that, right? So a lot of these thoughts that we come up with consciously on our mind be things that are inspired and motivated by that alter ego, aka that damaged self. Because if you're really observing yourself carefully and you question a lot of these thoughts, you'll feel like there's a fire, almost like there's a passion, like there's a desire moving through the flesh of your body, and that's that alter ego, that's that damaged self. And that damaged self is like replacing you in a sense, because it's like a part of you that didn't go so well in the past. So now when we grow into our adulthood, we may not necessarily want to be authentic, we may not necessarily want to be genuine, we may settle for this alter ego just because, again, it prevents us from experiencing what? Shame. It prevents us from experiencing certain things that we've been through and stuff like that. So it's really like a protection mechanism and stuff like that, right? But a lot of the times, based upon the substance that's still stuck in that root chakra, aka the experiences that a person may have went through, it's not going to be this clear filter where you can have a pure passion, where you can have like a pure love for life almost. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it kind of clouds this alter ego basically literally clouds your judgment, and it puts you in this survival mode where you think and feel like your life is in danger, so you might literally shut down yourself and not stand up for yourself or whatever it is that you're supposed to do at the moment to come on top and shit like that, right? So literally the alter ego prevents you from being your authentic self. It prevents you from being genuine, for the sake of survival, because a person may be holding on to all these damaged experiences and shit like that, living their life through those lenses. So it's like they're living life through a character that's not truly them, and they may not know how to separate from that. But again, everything is just like time and energy. Everything is about space management and stuff like that. Everything is just about space and time and stuff like that, right? Because that space just exists within you, aka that root chakra, but that space has to be cleansed over time and stuff like that, right? Because it's going to continue affecting you. A person will continue to live their life based upon those experiences, those early reference points, and subdue to that alter ego. But that alter ego really is like the inner child, the wounded inner child that needs to be healed. But again, it's running away from it because it already experienced a bunch of negative shit. So, you know, and let's like, you know, a person can justify being in survival. A person can justify all these things, why these things are okay. But is it really okay? Because from my own personal experiences, when I'm dealing with my alter ego self, it doesn't allow me to actually live life to the fullest. It doesn't allow me to experience new experiences because my mind, my root chakra is too busy with old experiences. My spirit is stuck in old experiences, outdated spaces that it's not necessarily getting out of. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So it's not healthy. Neither it is wise to stay within that space of that alter ego, because that alter ego is not coming or expressing, or, you know, just doesn't allow you to live life from that healthy space of clarity. In fact, it clutters reality and it makes you not look at things as they are. It makes you look at things from like a survival perspective and shit like that, right? Like, know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But yeah, real shit. The alter ego, aka the damaged self, the goddamn motherfucking shit. Real stuff.